Of them and those fire burn never be afraid. Fire burn. You know why? You know why? Yes, them are the heart of a pagan. The children of the heart of a lion. I know. Evil and move with Satan. Righteous trod in the countenance of the Almighty One. Them are the heart of demons. The children of the heart of a lion. I know. Evil and move with Satan. Righteous walk in the countenance of the Almighty One. Those people see hostility rising daily. Ignorant multiply brutality. I see that they run down left mommy. Fish struggle the hard road with five bikini. Our I.S.U.P.K having baby. Nothing that happen now do not seem to amaze way. We know that is the fulfillment of prophecy. Our I.S.U.P.K them not build school is church and penitentiary. Church, then the penitentiary never empty. Still playing on mental trick on me. Listen, you check you and me check me, and let's bring more love in our community. Never be out of a pagan. The children of the heart of a lion, I know. Evil and move with Satan. I just walk in the countenance of the Almighty One. Them are the heart of demons. The children of the heart of a lion, I know. Evil and move with Satan. I just walk in the countenance of the Almighty One. Respect the father of the prophet Moses and Abraham. You have to respect the father of Jacob and Solomon. Respect the creator of many nations. He made the birds, he made the bees, the fishes of the ocean, and parts of them together with his mighty. And he made the man, he made woman, children, the future of the land. So who is due to disrespect the creator, man? 72 nations, bow down and crown him conquering one. It will be beautiful in the sight of God, the Holy One, to see the unification of my nation. Them of the heart of a pagan. The children of the heart of a lion, I know. Evil and move with Satan. I just walk in the countenance of the Almighty One. Them of the heart of demons. The children of the heart of a lion, I know. Evil and move with Satan. I just walk in the countenance of the Almighty One. People see hostility rising daily. Ignorant multiply brutality. I see that the run gone left mommy to struggle the hard road with five bikini. Our I.S.U.P.K having baby. Nothing that happen now do not seems to amaze me. We know that is the fulfillment of prophecy. Our I.S.U.P.K them not build school is church and penitentiary. Church, then the penitentiary never empty. Still.
Let's get a Lord in hand, man. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior YAHANNA. You know, this is the close out of the Feast of Purim. You know what I'm saying? Coincidentally, you know what I'm saying? It falls on the day of the Brotherhood class. You know what I'm saying? And this feast encompasses nothing but brotherhood and sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason why we keep it. You understand? Where you want to start?
I want to start in Esther chapter 1, verse 10. What I want to say is like the majority of the scriptures, right? It's a patriarch. You know what I'm saying? It's always you'll hear brothers say, let's focus on the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Brother this, brother that. You know, Christ is a man, the Lord is a man. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes down to women, our sisters seem to complain a lot that, well, what is the role of the women? What do the sisters do? It's always the men this and the men that. Well, on this day, for this Feast of Purim, we're going to honor this sister. You understand? Like a great woman in our history, just like all these women that are in here today. Right. Like any woman who accepted being born again, you are a hero in the Black community. Because it starts with the man, but you can't do it without the woman. We're a team. And it's not 50-50 like Christian churches, you know, obviously push, but a man can't do his duties without the wife doing theirs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like and that's what we're missing in the Black community. We're missing that duality between a male and a female companion, to where our marriages are in disarray. Like our leaders we look at today, we look at people like who? Cardi B. We got political people retweeting Cardi B behind political messages. That's who we want our kids looking up to. Cardi B, Jay-Z, Beyonce. Beyonce say, I'll upgrade you. Jay-Z cheated on her. What did she do? She kept her man. What's she teaching y'all? If he don't put a ring on, he don't love you. You understand? Like the women we seeing today, they are not the role models we need our women, our sisters, and our daughters looking up to. But these women in the scriptures, these real women. That Proverbs 31 woman, that's the woman you want. Right. That's a real woman. You understand? And today we're gonna honor this sister. Commander Junior Hunter broke it down elegantly yesterday. So I mean, obviously we're not gonna do it like he do it, but under him we're gonna still get this lesson rolling and closing out this feature for him. Yeah, right. You got Esther 1 and 10. We'll get a little backstory to what we're going on with.
So it's the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 10. On the 7th day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mehuman, Biztha, Harbona, Bigatha, Abagatha, Zethar, and Carcass, the 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Osiris the king, to bring Vashti, the queen, before the king with the crown royal, to shew the people and the princes her beauty, for she was fair to look on.
And this is a heathen. You understand? He wanted to show his wife off, the queen. So he's summoning her, you know what I'm saying, to walk her through, let her know, like, this is the bad broad. You know what I'm saying? Now, keep reading, sir. What happened with that?
Verse 12. But the queen Vashti refused to come at the king's commandment.
She did what?
Refused to come at the king's commandment.
What does that sound like today? Our women refuse to do any goddamn thing the man asks them to do. You know what I'm saying? So this as the Christians say, this is the living word. You understand? This is everything that's happening in these scriptures now are happening today. That's why Paul say the things that are written aforetime are written for our learning, that through the patience and the comfort of the scriptures that we might have hope. So we get to look back on our great our foremothers and forefathers to see how they in H-Town speak, how they held it down for their people. I'm saying, keep reading, sir.
All right. All right. In verse 13. Then
finish verse 12 and then drop down to 15 for time.
That's sweet. But Queen Vashti refused to come at the king's commandment by his chamberlains. Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burned in him.
So why was he mad? Because she was disobedient. He asked her to come, she refused. Now he pissed. Doesn't that sound familiar? Drop down to 15, sir.
No sweat. Verse 15. What shall we do unto Queen Vashti according to the law? Because she hath not performed the commandment of the king Osiris by the chamberlains.
All right, now this is something that's very public. This is not like I call you on the phone, hey, come here, and you like, nah, I ain't coming. Then I got the phone, I'm like, yeah, she sleep, she ain't even answer. No, he sent for her. And everybody went there and said, hey, the king wants you. And she was like, no, I'm not coming. So they got to travel that back. And people. Hey,
she
ain't doing that. Yeah. They out here waging like, oh, what you think he gonna do? This is the king. You know they get the phrase, don't kill the messenger? They get it from things like that. If you remember the movie 300, when that man came and brought Leonidas that message, like, look, the king said y'all better do this. And what happened? Leonidas front push kicked him to the chest.
Real talk.
My Hebrew Academy brothers. Push kicked him to the chest and knocked him into a pit. He was what? The messenger. So the phrase "don't kill the messenger" comes because you the one got to bring the bad news. That's the only time you would kill the messenger. So that's just just a little backstory on that. So now she's not coming. They got to come back and tell the king that she's not coming. Now they're saying, what are we gonna do now? If that's not normal for a king to summon someone and you not come, that's like the DA giving you a summons. You need to appear in court, and you don't come. That's not fathomable to them. So they're trying to figure out. So since she is refusing this, what shall we do now? Keep reading, sir.
Verse 16. And Memucan answered before the king and the princes, Vashti, the queen have not done Vashti, the queen have not done wrong to the king only, but also to all the princes.
All the who?
All the princes.
Now, not only did she disobey the king, it don't just stop with him. Imagine this. The king asked this woman to come here. And she said what? She said no. So are you a king? So the king can't get his woman to come. What can you do for your what you gonna get your woman to do? Not a goddamn thing. So since the king can't control his woman, how you think the prince gonna feel? What about the common folk? So they like, we can't just let this go like this. Because if we got women disobeying the king and I'm not a king, how am I gonna get my woman to listen to me? Keep reading.
But also to all the princes and to all the people that are in the provinces of the king Ahasuerus.
All right, keep reading. For
For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women.
unto who?
All women.
So the actions of this sister was going to come to all the sisters. Now, I'm not saying sister as far as she's an Israelite. I'm saying women in general. You know what I'm saying? So we see one woman who disobeyed the king. Ooh-wee. Nigga, who is you? You the gent, you what? You sweep what for a living? I don't gotta listen to you. The queen ain't listening to her king. I'm not gonna listen. You bust suds where? You flip burgers where? Nigga, please. That's the precedent they feared she was setting against the king. Keep reading.
So that they shall despise their husbands.
So that should do what?
Despise their husbands in their eyes.
Right.
When it shall be reported that King Ahasuerus, it's like the King Ahasuerus commanded Vashti, the queen, to be brought in before him, but she came not.
So because she didn't listen to her husband and she was a queen, what you think they were gonna do? It's no different than now. Beyonce say all the single ladies. So now you got people using her lyrics to chastise their man. To the left, to the left. You know what I'm saying? I upgrade you. You understand? Like, it's not far-fetched. This is happening then. Our people look up to people in power. And to them, they like, she fought back. He summoned her and she was like, no, maybe I can try that. Maybe let me despise my husband. Now, the people didn't say that, but that's what they feared. They feared that because this woman disobeyed, they had to have some type of punishment to deter others from following suit. Come on, sir.
The point that you brought out earlier is so pivotal. You understand? These women is telling you to do these things, they don't do these things. Like Future.
Right.
Like Future, all his rap is about doing drugs. The drugs he's telling you about, he don't do. You understand? So like it's an oxymoron. It's like Mary J. Blige, she makes money off of making pain music. You understand? They're exploiting you. They're exploiting your weaknesses. You understand? Making you vulnerable, making you act out, do stupid things so you can be destroyed, so you can keep buying their music. You understand? They're living off of your sin. But they trying to, I'm not gonna say be righteous because they wicked as hell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they're not doing none of the stuff they saying that they telling you to do.
It's like, if I can add, like 50 Cent. I don't know if everybody remember his debut album, Get Rich or Die Trying. He had a song on there that said he stay high all the time.
He ain't never smoked.
He don't smoke. Know what I'm saying? He talks about getting drunk.
He don't drink.
He doesn't drink. Jeezy say trap or die. Guess what this son just did? Son graduated. This son going to college. Know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm not knocking how these brothers make their money. They make music. There is nothing wrong with listening to the music. Know what I'm saying? But there are the things that, like, some of these football players, they don't even want their kids playing.
Right.
You played. We all watch the sport, but they don't want their kids playing. Why? Because they understand the danger that what is CT, whatever the thing they got, CTE or something like that.
Right. Concussion.
Right. That's coming after from playing the game so violently so long. So people always look up to the role models, but the role models never do what they say. And in this case, this is a precedent that none of the now mind you, these ain't women saying this. This is the men. The men are saying we got to do something because if she ain't listening to her king, and I'm not a king, she damn sure not gonna listen to me. Why? Because she ain't even listening to the king, and the king has power that I do not have. Was something else you want to add? All right, we can go back to it.
All right.
What was that?
18. Likewise, shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto all the king's princes which have heard the deed of the queen, thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath.
Too much contempt and wrath. Now, it's not that saying that everyone was just gonna disobey her man whenever he asked her to do something. But the thing is, whether you're mad or not, you're supposed to do it. So he's saying if the king summons her, he ain't say he was mad at her. They ain't say anything about an argument. He just summoned her, right? And she refused to come. Now imagine if your woman is y'all heated. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't already on good terms. And come on, I know I ain't talking to people who don't understand this. Y'all already not on good terms. So you damn near don't even want to ask her to do anything. You know what I'm saying? You can't even ask her, can you breathe? Because she'll tell you no, you'll die. You know what I'm saying? So they like this is something that we got to get under control, but it's gonna have to come from the king. And this is chapter 1. Go to
if I could,
come.
Verse 19.
Right. What else? That's the end of what I had on that. All right. We can go to the second chapter.
If I could,
come.
Verse 19. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before the king of Suris, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she.
Now, this is their solution. They like, look, we got to do something. Can't kill her. Know what I'm saying? So what we're going to do is, because she didn't want to come, we're going to give it to somebody else. Right. The queendom. Know what I'm saying? The title of being his queen. We're going to give it to somebody else. Oh, you don't want to do it? What is the popular term for that, for what a woman won't do? Another one will.
And if I could. So what you got to understand is, right, bringing this to a righteous forefront. You understand? Scripture says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all this righteousness.
Right.
And all these things shall be added unto you. It also says, if a man love his mother, father, wife, children more than the Most High God, he is not fit for the kingdom.
Right.
You understand? So if you take an L, you lose a wife, and she leave you, guess what? You can get another.
You know
what I'm saying? You lose a child, you can make another. You understand? You lose a mother or father. Christ said, who is my mother? Who is my brothers? You know what I'm saying? Those that do the will of my Father, those the same are my mother. Those the same are my brother. You understand? So this truth and doing the will of the Most High God, that's the only thing that matters.
Right.
You understand? Which you want, 2 and 5?
2 and 2.
No sweat. All right. Here's the book of Esther, chapter 2, verse 2. Then said the king's servant that ministered unto him, let there be fair young virgins sought for the king.
Now at this point, they saying they're gonna replace her, right? She didn't want to come. Now think about it. He replacing her because he told her to come here, and she said no. Think about what your man putting up with. He telling you not to go to the strip club, and you saying no. And he coming home and tolerating that. This man said, "Come here, girl." She said no. He said, "You know what? I'm gonna give your title to somebody else
in your land."
In your land. So now he's saying to his people, like, look, all right, this is what we're gonna do. Gather up all the broads and make sure they what?
And make sure that let there be fair young virgins sought for the king.
Fair young, what does fair mean?
Fine.
We all know what young means.
Fine.
And we know what virgins mean. That means they're old enough or old enough to be married. You know what I'm saying? Fair virgins, fair young ones. What Nelly said, 18 with attitude or something like that. Like, I ain't with all that. Like you got to be about at least 30. But he's saying, young, beautiful young broads. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. Gather them all up. Because he about to find one out of those people. Keep reading, sir.
Verse 3, and let the king appoint officers in all the provinces of his kingdom, that they may gather together all the fair young virgins unto Shushan, the place, to the house of the women, unto the custody of the hedge, the king chamberlain. Go ahead. Keeper of the women, and let their things for purification be given them.
Now this is a little bit off topic. I want to ask anybody, does this plot sound familiar? Gathering all the women together so they can try to be with this one man. What does this sound like, sister? First, what does this sound like? Any one of the sisters? Huh?
The reality shows, like The Bachelor.
It's something that came before reality shows. Right. Who had the answer? Wait, let me try him first. No.
I mean, not Lil about that. Who's the guy's name? Flavor of Love?
No, it was before that. Cinderella. You know what I'm saying? Remember, all the women were trying to fit the slipper. All of them know damn well they got all their shoes. You know what I'm saying? You women they know what shoes they got. They know they ain't missing nothing. But for a chance for their foot to fit, that's what they were doing. All the women tried their shoe on in hopes of getting this one man. It's just to go to show that a lot of our stories they put in the movie, they put in the cartoons. It's our life. We got the most fascinating life on the planet. The scripture said we're above all people.
Right.
So that means our plights are above all people. Our success are above all people. Our stories are above all people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a little off top. I just want to see if anybody had caught that. Keep reading though, if you could, sir.
No sweat. Verse 4, and let the maiden which pleases the king be queen instead of Vashti. And the thing pleased the king, and he did so.
So let whoever this woman is be pleasing to him, and let her replace the queen. You can. Oh, keep reading.
No sweat. Verse 5. Now in Shushan, the place, there was a certain Jew.
A certain who?
A certain Jew whose name was Mordecai, the son of Jair, the son of Shimei, the son of Kish, a Benjamite.
A what?
A Benjamite.
Now, every time I hear anything about a great man, you know what I'm saying? That's a Jew, right? He's a what?
A Benjamite.
I gotta say that Christ was a Judite. I got to. No, King David was a Judite. Also, Malachi is a Judite. You understand?
Salakia.
Bunyamin.
Salakia.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Salakia. In the words of Captain Katazar, there is no tribalism in Israel.
Right. It is not.
There is no tribalism. It's one nation.
Right. One nation.
You feel me? I'm saying you take pride in your pedigree.
Right.
The only reason why you have that pedigree is because of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's it.
But Christ was a real nigga.
It's attitude. You know what I'm saying? Verse 6. Who have been carried away from Jerusalem with the captivity which had been carried away with Josiah, king of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had carried away.
Okay.
Verse 7. And he brought up Hadassah, that is Esther.
That is who?
Esther.
That's what we're here to talk about today. This sister. Keep going.
His uncle's daughter, for she had neither father nor mother, and the maid was fair and beautiful.
Let me tell you something. There's nothing more beautiful than an Israelite woman.
Right.
Nothing. Now, these other nations, they try. You know what I'm saying? They definitely try. They go get their Boderic braids and buy some butts. You know what I'm saying? They try to rock it. They can't do it. It's just something about like the closest thing, and I don't even want to say closest thing, but like Africans, right? You look at everyone like, oh, she fine. Then she turn around, oh, she. But it's just something about that jiggle that's not a real jiggle. Right. You understand? Like you got to look at the details. Like you look at the face first. Don't even start it on the face. They all look like what's the flick from A Bug's Life? I remember him. They all look like that. You know what I'm saying? But from the back, you already know because you know they be having some type of shape to them. But if you pay attention to the detail, like some, not me, but like some brothers do when it comes to these Israelite women, you can tell the difference. There is no beauty like a Black, Hispanic, and Native American woman. I'm just gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? Give the Lord a hand for that. Wow. The dumps. Shout out to Gobble Ward. Officer Gobble Ward. Keep reading though. So she was a fair and beautiful woman. Keep reading, sir.
Understand? All right. Whom Mordecai, when her father and mother were dead, took her for his own daughter.
That's a real man right there. You know what I'm saying? The scripture don't say whether he had kids already, but this man took her under his wing as a daughter because she was absent of father and a mother. That's brotherhood. Like and that happens every day. Like even with me, my mother died when I was 8. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us were raised with grandmothers. Very seldom you will find like an uncle or something that raises you. You know what I'm saying? But it's always, a grandmother or a grandfather, something like that. So that is in our blood already. Like we got people who, because of the system, especially after the 80s. Before the 80s, not so much, but now these days, like the kids are having kids. So the grandmothers and the uncles and the stepdaddies and all that are raising people. So this brother back then took this sister under his wing and raised her as a daughter. She didn't have no father figure. He became that. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading, sir.
All right.
I'll drop down to if you're not done with that. Where you at 8?
You want me to drop down 16 and 17?
No, go to 10 real quick.
Verse 10. Esther had not shewed her people nor her kindred, for Mordecai had charged her that she should not shew it.
Now, she didn't let anybody know she was a Jew. How do we know she's a Jew?
His uncle's daughter.
Right. Because of the seed of the father. So, but he told her, he gave her the order not to reveal that. Mind you, we're in captivity.
Almost like Abraham.
Right.
You're my sister, you're not my wife.
Right. You got now, it's not like she denounced being it. She just didn't let him know that she's a Jew.
It's
now
like you at work.
Right. Well,
yeah, unless they ask, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I wear these every day.
Yeah. Well, you do, I'm just singular.
I will tell you what they represent.
I know what they do.
But that's us. It's between me and you.
Brotherhood.
See, that's what the class is about. Brotherhood class. We keep reading though, so it's a lot.
No sweat. All right. So verse 10. Esther had not shewed her people nor kindred, for Mordecai had charged her that she should not shew it.
Wait, hold on. Why do you think that he told her not to show that she was a Jew? Watch this up. Right.
Get that brother hand.
He reads, sir.
Verse 11. And Mordecai walked every day before the court of the women's house to know how Esther did and what should become of her.
All right, you can drop down to 15.
No sweat. Verse 15. Now, when the turn of Esther, the daughter of Abihail, the uncle of Mordecai, who had taken her for his daughter, has come to go in unto the king, she required nothing but what Hegai, the king's chamberlain, the keeper of the women, appointed.
Right.
And Esther obtained favor in the sight of all of them that looked upon her.
They did what?
Esther obtained favor in the sight of all of them that looked upon her.
I'm telling you, Esther was a bad woman.
Fine.
Like, because black women hang with black women, it's kind of hard to see people looking at you when you walk into a room. But let a black woman walk into a room of white people, or any other race of that matter. It's a certain look they're gonna give you. Yeah, they might look at you because of your skin, but like, oh, this is a black woman. What you think they hating on? They hating on your beauty
And the dumps.
Especially
the natural dumps. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. Like they want to be you so bad.
It's like, before they were butt implants, you know what I'm saying? These Edomites, they used to get these dresses called bells, right? And you see in the old dresses with the big old dump on the back, you know what I'm saying, to make it look like they had, you know what I'm saying, you know, like I'm trying to keep it, make it look like they had dumps on the back,
right?
You know what I'm saying, to imitate y'all, because the Lord blessed our women. There's like my brother said, there's nothing more beautiful than a Black, Hispanic, and Native American woman.
You want to know how beautifully sculpted, PG, beautifully sculpted our women are? They looked at us as less than people in slavery. But they were choosing to have sex with our women
instead of their wives.
In
the slave house.
Right. You understand? Like that's where the hatred for the black woman became. That's why they want to be you. That's why. Because of how beautiful you are, they want to be you. Go ahead. Yeah, because the white man's a homosexual.
Slocky, Rod Smith.
I can't say homosexual.
I just think Rod Smith is more adequate.
Salaka, they're Rod Smiths.
You
know, they are Smiths of the rock. You know what I'm saying? They like the goddamn forger from the Avengers of Rod Smith. You know what I'm saying? Nobody rods a Smith like the white man. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a testament to your beauty. Like everybody wants to be you. Everybody wants to be you. You know what I wish? I wish black women wanted to be black. That's how I wish the black woman wanted to be a black woman as much as the white woman wanted to be one. Because while y'all going out here trying to get the little dog stringy hair stuff, now, look,
putting the blonde weave in
right
your
now, it's not unlawful. So I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is they are trying to do you. They trying to rock afros. This girl joined the NAACP and she was white. No, what was her name? Rachel
Dawson.
Like she was trying to be a black woman. I don't. Yeah, this woman is going out of her way to be a black woman, and our black women are going out of their way to be other people.
And she passed for a second.
She did pass for a second.
Right.
And her parents snitched on her. That's what it was.
You know what it was? You know what I think it was? What? I think a brother saw it and I was like, them not real dumps.
Right. He was looking at her like, it's something different about you and Claudisha. You know what I'm saying? I can't put my hand on it.
It's like,
but
Dawson dumps and Claudisha dumps.
Look, that brother had to do some examining. When I saw the picture, she looked black. I ain't gonna lie, I'm looking at her like she like maybe somebody in her family black.
But General Muhammad say test the spirit.
Well, she was in the NAACP.
I mean, white people started in the NAACP though.
16, sir, if you could.
That's T.
Verse 16. So Esther has taken unto the king Ahasuerus into his house royal in the 10th month, which is the month of Tebet, in the 7th year of his reign. Verse 17. And the king loved Esther above all the women.
Above who?
Above all the women.
Above some of the women.
Above all the women.
Above all the women, the king loved Esther.
And she obtained grace and favor in his sight, more than all the virgins.
More than all these women that they gathered together.
More than all the virgins, so that he set the royal crown upon her head,
right,
and made her queen instead of Vashti.
Now that's what you call an upgrade. You went from a heathen to a bad Israelite woman. Salakia. You know what I'm saying? To a bad woman, a beautiful daughter of Zion. Drop down to 19 if you could, sir. Go, sir.
Verse 19, and when the virgins were gathered together the second time, then Mordecai sat in the king's gate. Verse 20, Esther had not yet shewed her kindred nor her people, as Mordecai had charged her.
So she still hadn't told these people she was a Jew. And why?
Because they were slaves.
Because they were slaves, but why didn't she do it?
Oh, she was following those laws.
Look on your right. Maybe, but that's not what the scriptures say. Why did she do it? Because she was given an order not to do it.
If I could. There is nothing more important than following orders for a man or for a woman. There is nothing more dangerous than someone that does not follow orders. A person that does not follow orders will get you killed.
Right.
You understand? A person is not in decency and order, that want to rebel, do what they want to do, freestyle, do their own thing. That person will get you killed. You understand? Being at the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong person will get you knocked off.
Right.
It's like you said, if I may. I saw a video where in the Northwest over the past week, they had that big cold spell and they had all the snow and all the ice, where there was this guy who had got into a pileup. He was in an 18-wheeler with his woman. And these cars are coming in at like 60, 70 miles an hour. And just
slamming into each other. Right.
In the pileup.
And his wife want to get out the car.
His wife is yelling like, get out. Let's get out. Let's get out. He's like, no, we ain't getting out. The hell are you talking about?
Right.
It's, you know what I'm saying? We're in an 18-wheeler.
Right.
We're safer in here than we are outside, but that's in a crisis situation. Women don't have, Salaki, and I'm just saying is that mental composure to hold it together and think about what's the outcome going to be if I choose this decision.
Well, and it's the reason why there's an order to things. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord put a man above a woman, because women are impulsive.
Right.
That like the advertisements are geared more towards women. A woman to see something on TV and be like, I'm gonna order it now. Not sold in stores. This is $75.99. She gonna order it now because she believes it's not sold in stores.
Right.
And Walmart got it for $10.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like women make decisions, and not all women, but for the majority of it, they're emotional creatures. So they make their decisions based off emotion, whereas a man would usually are supposed to make decisions based off logic. You know what I'm saying? And in that situation, that's a fear-based decision she wants to make.
Right.
All she sees is cars crashing into each other. She likes to get the hell up out of here.
Right.
But she wouldn't understand that if y'all ain't dead by now,
right,
obviously, this is a better spot to be than out there.
Right.
But go ahead, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah,
we get 21.
Come on.
In those days, while Mordecai sat in the king's gate, two of the king's chamberlains, Bigathan and Teresh, of those which kept the door, were wroth, and sought to lay hand on the king of Cyrus.
Now, this is very important. Keep reading.
Verse 22. And the thing was known to Mordecai, who told it unto Esther the queen, and Esther certified the king thereof in Mordecai's name.
Now he discovered a plot to kill the king. So he told Esther, and Esther let the king know what was going on. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And when the inquisition was made of the matter, it was found out. Therefore, they were brought, hanged on a tree, and it is written in the book of the Chronicles before the king.
All right, let's go. If you got something else on chapter 2, if not, we can go to 3 and 4.
I was gonna say 8, 9.
Huh?
I was gonna say do 8, 9. Talking about it's always an enemy in the gate.
What 8, 9? That's the 8, 9?
No, 3, 8, 9.
Yeah, I'm starting at 4. What you want me to do?
3.
What I got?
Yeah.
Come on. The book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 4. Now it comes to pass when they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them, that they told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand. For he had told them that he was a Jew. Verse 5. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then was Haman full of wrath.
So one thing that you got to understand, like these other nations, to you, like the scripture says, like Christ said, is it not written, I said that ye are gods, lowercase g. You understand? Because we are Israel, or Yasha'Allah, which means prince of the power. The law, statutes, and commandments means that you bow your head to no man. You understand? The only person that you bow your head to, you humble yourself to, is the Most High God.
Right.
You understand? So that was a sin. You understand? In order for him to humble himself or bow himself before a man. That's how powerful you are. You understand? So he wasn't going to stand for that. So just like in the white man's military, you know what I'm saying? If you choose to look like a man, not shave your beard, you know what I'm saying, or grow your hair out, you understand, and you look like anything that resembles masculinity, you're a threat. You understand? Oh, you don't want to follow the order. But natural order, if you just grow, your hair's going to grow.
Right.
Your facial hair is going to grow. What is the distinguishing factors? This is a question. What is the distinguishing factor between a boy and a man? Raise your hand. You understand? So they want you to look like a child.
Right.
Because what controls a child? An adult. You understand? So in their eyes, you're a boy. That's what they call you. Come here, boy. Do what I say, boy. You understand? Fetch this, boy. That's what they used to tell us, slavery, Jim Crow era, you understand? But you want to look like the white man. You want to get you a season, you understand? You want to get you a fade, get edged up, clean cut, you know what I'm saying? So you can get the club looking fresh, you understand? When you step in the club full bearded with braids, you understand? Like girls, they gonna be all over you like, his hair is just amazing. Like you young Samson. The power is not in your hair, so you follow the law, statutes, and commandments. You look nothing like no man or no creature upon the face of this earth.
Right.
You understand? You don't bow to no man. You follow the Lord. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say, let us hear the conclusion and the end of the matter, to serve the Lord and keep his commandments. That is the whole duty of man.
If I could, sir.
Go ahead.
Anybody know the other instance where a person didn't want to bow? I'm gonna take a shot at it.
Would that be the story with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego?
With the furnace? You're damn
You're
right. That was the whole point. When everybody give him a hand, when everybody bowed down and worshiped the king, think about a whole sea of niggas out here. And he like bow, and everything just dropped. But you niggas the only one standing up, sticking out like blackface in a white shirt. Go ahead, Doc. Dang in the lines then. Right. That's what I'm saying. That it's all throughout. Why didn't they bow? Because of fear of the Most High. Now this was disobeying a direct order from a king. So what happened? They got thrown into the furnace. What happened to Daniel? They got thrown in the lion's den. You know what I'm saying? And who was there to protect them? So who do you think will be there?
And if I could, one of my favorite lessons that you didn't talk. What happened to the mother and her children in the book of the Maccabees? You understand? Like she told her son in more or less words to be a man and die righteously, like your brothers that died before you.
Right. She'd
rather you be tortured and die as a man of God than to be wicked and coward so that you can live.
And if I could, I'm glad you brought that up, because see the thing about this Bible, it doesn't just talk about when we were doing good. Like the white man, he don't talk about none of the bad things he do.
Right.
It's always the good things. The Thanksgiving, this is good. They don't talk about the smallpox they gave the Native Americans. Pocahontas, you know, she was in love with this white man. You know what I'm saying? It was interracial marriage. They don't talk about the fact that John Smith was raping her. She was like 8 years old, 12 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The white man never talks about the inhumane things that he do. He only wanted to highlight the good. And the reason why I said that is we named two things in the Bible where, two things in the Bible where Israelite men stood up against other men because of the fear of the Lord. One was with Daniel, one was with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Both times the Lord showed up. While they was in the furnace, they say it looked like it was a fourth person in there. When he was in there with the lion didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord stepped in and saved them. But the Lord did not step in and save their mother and her kids. They had to prove that they were one West till they buried.
Right.
You understand? And it's gonna come a time in your life where you're gonna have to prove it. Daniel was saved. The other cats, they were saved from because they didn't bow. And the Lord, now they were willing to die. They were willing, but the Lord stepped in and was like, not today. I'm gonna reward y'all for y'all faith. But this mother and her kids, he didn't do that.
No.
Each one of them had to suffer.
And if I could, and before I even got to that story, there were sisters that tried to keep when their children were born. They circumcised them on the 8th day. They walking around, breastfeeding them. You know what I'm saying? They got their baby roared out, all swinging. So they be like, well, somebody gave a report. Well, these women, they have children. They have women that aren't circumcised. They have women that have children that are circumcised. So you know what the king did? Or the ruler, the Ptolemy, you know what I'm saying, over that area, you know what he did? He was like, bring them before me. He took their children and threw them headlong down from the wall to make an example of them. You know what I'm saying? You're not to profess yourself to be a Jew. You have to follow your culture. None of that. You understand? And this is why Mordecai ordered Esther not to profess herself, you know what I'm saying, a pedigree of her people. You understand? Let her just be chose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, keep reading.
And this is verse 6. And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone, but they had showed him the people of Mordecai.
Ain't that? I really want to use. I'm gonna say ban. You know what I'm saying? But ain't that like a hater? You know what I'm saying? When he come into a presence of a real nigga, just hate on him. You understand? Like, because he won't conform to the environment, he gonna set the pace of the environment. So he gonna hate on him to the point where he want to throw hands on him. Because in actuality, he's hating because he want to be like him, but he's a coward. Right. He don't have the courage to be a man. You understand? Read.
Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus.
Because he became corrupt to get power. And here he is, you know what I'm saying? He tied to this sister that's potentially about to be the queen. You know what I'm saying? He got the queen's ear. And whose ear does the queen have? The king. You know what I'm saying? So, and he told her to just be righteous. Keep reading.
Even the people of Mordecai.
Mm-hmm.
I got notes.
Go ahead. Read that.
Read what I got?
Yeah, read what you got.
I'm skipping school.
You said you got it. So you should be at
those 3 and
get 8 and 9.
All right. The book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 8. And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom.
So it's the same hater, you know what I'm saying? The same snitch, the same coward dude. I'm not gonna say brother because he wasn't a brother. You know what I'm saying? The same heathen that was hating on the brother because Salakia, for lack of a better word, he was a real nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So since he couldn't control the nigga, what he gonna do? He gonna go to his power and authority. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like in life, hey boss, he ain't working.
Right.
You understand? Read.
And their laws are diverse from all people.
Mm-hmm.
Neither keep they.
Salakia, slow down. He said that their laws, their culture is diverse from all people. Just like you are the salt of the earth. You know what I'm saying? You run faster, jump higher than everybody on the face of the earth. You understand? This whole nation is built off of the, I'm good. If I could get some water, Bible Sean, you know what I'm saying? Like this whole nation is built off of our backs, our inventions. You know what I'm saying? Nothing moves upon the face of this nation or on the face of this earth without the culture of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
Read.
Neither keep they the king's laws.
So they got their own culture. Their culture makes it where they don't break general laws like don't steal, don't murder, you know what I'm saying? Don't bear false witness, you know what I'm saying? Don't covet thy neighbor's wife, you know what I'm saying? Like their natural culture keeps, you know what I'm saying, general common sense of man, but that's not enough. He's like, they don't keep your commandments, sir. Read.
Therefore,
go ahead.
It is not for the king's profit to suffer them.
You understand? So he's like, they don't even want to follow what you say. They rather follow what they say. But everything that they say and that they do doesn't hurt you. They're not bothering you. They're not bothering nobody. You understand? But because, put it like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, think of it like, you know what I'm saying? You in line. You know what I'm saying? You've been standing in line like everybody else and stuff like that. And dude try to cut you in line because he think he got a VIP pass. Like, nah, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna get to the back of the line. You know what I'm saying? Me and my people, you know what I'm saying? We've been waiting here for a minute. And he gonna high side, like, I don't like that because he think he know the DJ, or he know the bouncer, or he know the promoter. You understand? But like, we don't roll like that, partner. You know what I'm saying? We next. We up next. You know what I'm saying? You can fall back. You know what I'm saying? You can get in after us or whatever, but you're not about to skip this. You understand? That's the type of pedigree. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna hate on him. He gonna do anything, try to slander, throw dirt on him, call his partners, try and fight him. That's what he did. He tried to call somebody he thought that was his homeboy to be on his side, you know what I'm saying, to go against this people. You know what I'm saying? Because of one man stood against him. One man. Like, we always judge for a nation because of what one person does. Like, united we stand, divided we fall. A house divided can't stand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When we went in every captivity that we went into, there were righteous men that kept the law amongst the wicked. But the scripture says that the Lord reigns on the just as well as the unjust. You know what I'm saying? We thrive or fall as a people together because the Lord demands perfection. Either you're going to be real or you're going to be fake. But either way, we're going to go through this gate together. Keep reading.
If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed. And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business.
He going to put a hit out on them. You know what I'm saying? He want their head so much that he willing, like, Lord, even if you ain't feeling it and you ain't about it, I'll put 10,000 on it. You understand? You feel me? He put a hit out on these boys. For one dude, he put a hit out on the whole nation living amongst the people for one person. You understand? Like, that's how real we are as a people. You understand? And that's how we got to get back to. Because I don't just represent myself. I represent Malakwa. You understand? I represent I.S.U.P.K. You understand? I represent Ron. I represent, you know what I'm saying? Okay, it's like Gabawar. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I represent Yeshaya. You know what I'm saying? I represent Azariah. You know what I'm saying? I represent people that are outside myself because if I mess up, it's going to say commanding during YAHANNA in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. That's everybody in the school. You understand? Keep reading.
To bring it into the king's treasuries. Verse 10. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it to Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the Jews' enemy.
The what?
The Jews' enemy.
Everybody not your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that you like for Christians, they feel that there are some good white people, and they very well may be. But I'm gonna use the analogy that was given to me by my Adawan. Author Yatazak said, okay, if a nation, think of Edomites, like white people are snakes, right? There are venomous poisonous snakes, and there are like snakes that aren't venomous. So would you stick your hand in a brood of snakes? You know what I'm saying? Because you know some aren't venomous and some are? No, you wouldn't. That's foolish. You know what I'm saying? You treat them as a whole. You understand? So you wouldn't deal with them. That's foolish. You understand? So you have to know your enemy. You know what I'm saying? Even though there might be something that might be cool. You know what I'm saying? It might be a John B. You know what I'm saying? It might be a Justin Bieber. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying? A Justin Timberlake. You know, that might skate in and roll with a couple of niggas. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, his people are our enemy. You know what I'm saying? In slavery, they knew the white man was the devil. Jim Crow era knew the white man was the devil. Civil rights movement, they knew the white man was the devil. But I don't know what it is between the 70s and the 2000s. Oh, man, you know, they ain't that bad.
If I could, sir.
Go ahead.
Now going on what he just said. Slavery, Jim Crow, Civil Rights era, we knew the white man was the devil. It seems as though to me that black prosperity is synonymous with knowing the white man is the goddamn devil.
Right.
Because when we start feeling like, well, maybe he's not the goddamn devil. Now we don't got black men in the household.
Right.
Now we got Planned Parenthood in all the niggas neighborhoods.
Right.
Now we got mom and pop stores that are on. They can't even call them mom and pop because they ain't our damn mom and pop. Like the Asians on that, and all of them looking like. I know that you want to talk about illegal immigration. They the goddamn illegals. Right. They got 20 Asians in one house and one ID.
Real talk. One driver's license.
That's it. You ever seen that show? Whatever Happened on Monday? Anybody ever seen that on Netflix? That it was like 7 kids. You only supposed to have one child, and all 7 kids wanted to be able to go out, so they all went out on different days and looked exactly alike. That's how all the other Arabs. You want to talk about building a wall because Hispanics taking all the jobs? What? Construction, shoveling shit, cutting yards. Oh, these are all the jobs that white people want to do, and Mexicans are taking those over. It ain't got nothing to do with them taking no jobs. It ain't got nothing to do with them building no wall. You know what it got to do with? Knowing that they don't love Israelites. Knowing that it's against the law to proclaim yourself to be a Jew. The scriptures say the white man has a perpetual hatred for Jacob. And it's showing today. And until we realize that the white man's a goddamn devil, we're going to stay in this.
All right, let's wait. Give me 4 and 1.
The book of Esther, chapter 4, verse 1. When Mordecai perceived all that was done, Mordecai rent his clothes.
He did what?
He rent his clothes and put
in scripture. Why would someone rent their clothes or like put sackcloth on? Anybody know? Raise your hand. Okay, I'll take it.
Oh, I was gonna say like, go ahead.
So I know what the spirit was.
I was gonna say like great lamentation.
Right, great lamentation. You understand? A great injustice, a great wrong has been done. Read.
Salakia. Mordecai rent his clothes and put on a sackcloth with ashes and went out into the midst of the city and cried with a loud and a bitter cry.
Verse 6.
So Hathach went forward to Mordecai unto the streets of the city, which was before the king's gate. Verse 7. And Mordecai told him of all that had happened unto him, and of the sum of the money that Haman had promised to pay to the king's treasuries for the Jews to destroy them.
So he got a brother coming to do an observe and report. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, bro, we ain't bothering nobody. You know what I'm saying? We ain't messing with nobody. All we doing is keeping to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We ain't breaking no laws of the king. You know what I'm saying? All we doing is just chilling. And all he want to do is throw dirt on our name because I wouldn't bow down to him. Basically, it's like, what type of nigga is you? You know what type of nigga is you? You a heathen. You're not a real nigga. You're not an Israelite. You're not YAHANNA. You're not sons and princes of power to the Most High God. Keep reading.
Verse 8. Also, he gave him the copy of the writing of the decree that was given to the Shushan to destroy them.
Because basically, in our culture, you understand, we don't deal in hearsay. We deal in facts, checks, and balances. You understand? Like, okay, you telling me that such and such says this or whatever, I'd be a fool to just take your hearsay for face value. I mean, unless you're a righteous man. You understand? But like, we out in the world, some nigga out in the world just be like, yo, such and such, you know what I'm saying, on the block, just talking about you, feel me? Shit, run the receipt. Where your receipt at? You feel me? So he gave the receipt on top of what he said. You feel me? Keep reading.
To show it unto Esther, and to declare it unto her, and to charge her that she should go into the king and make supplication unto him.
Now understand something. Brotherhood is standing for your nation, even when your nation is not willing to stand for itself. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is one man. You understand? Like, the Lord has always chosen and dealt with one man, and that one man led a nation. You know what I'm saying? It takes one person to enact change. Be the change that you want to see in the world.
Right.
Be the change that you want to see in your brothers, in your sisters. When you see people that lack empathy, compassion, brotherhood, or sisterhood, you show them by your actions. You understand? The scripture says, remove the plank from your eye before you tell a brother to remove the mote from his. You understand? How can you tell a brother, hey man, you need to stop smoking weed, but you eating swine? You understand? Like the scripture says, be ye perfect as my Father in heaven is perfect, bro. That's what we got to strive for in a nation. That's why we are destroyed as a nation. Because some people want to tell the defense. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to get along. Some people want to get along to get on. You feel me? Keep reading.
And to make requests before him for her people.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9. And Hattab came and told Esther the words of Mordecai. And Salaki, again, Esther spake unto Hattab and gave him commandment unto Mordecai. All the king's servants and the people of the king's provinces do know that whosoever, whether man or woman, shall come into the king and to the inner court, who is not called, there is one law of his to put him to death.
So understand this, right? Mordecai knew what the punishment was, right? If you ain't called by the king, you disturb his peace. You know what I'm saying? When he with his partners talking about whatever they talking about or whatever, it's death. You understand? Just like when Queen Vashti was called amongst his partners, hey man, I want you to check out this bad feed that I got. You understand? She the baddest in all the land. Then the feed wouldn't come. Oh, you dead to me. I'm gonna give everything that I gave you and what you got to another. You understand? It's the same thing if you feel that you got the gall and you're a woman as a man and you come before the court and you hadn't been called, you dead, literally. You understand? So Mordecai being a brother to his whole nation, like it's the whole nation at stake. Damn your life. Damn my life. Damn how you feel. It's more at stake than what you think and what you feel. That's brotherhood. The scripture says the greatest thing that a brother or sister can do is slack it. So he says the greatest thing that a brother can do is lay down his life for another brother. You understand? Like, yeah, the wages of sin is death. But if I sacrifice my life for my brother, he gets to go home to his family. And I know because I laid down my life for my brother, he gonna make sure that my family's straight. That's how we gotta roll. That's how we gotta keep each other accountable. That's brotherhood. That's sisterhood. Keep reading.
Except such to whom the king shall hold out the golden scepter, that he may live. But I have not been called to come in unto the king these 30 days.
This is like Malakwa brought out earlier. This is a woman in her emotions. Like, nigga, you trying to get me killed.
If I could.
Go ahead.
To get to defend this sister. This really wasn't an emotional one right here. This was pure logic. This woman understood the law.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There was nothing emotional about this. This is Salakia, sir. I haven't been summoned.
Right.
Anybody that has not been summoned is subject to the king, whether they live or die.
Right.
And we know he don't give a damn. How we know that? Because he just gave all the other queen stuff to her.
Right.
So that, if I could, sir, that sister there, that wasn't any emotionally charged. You know, nobody not wanting to die is not emotional. Salakia, you mean me? And they told to Mordecai Esther's words. Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house more than all the Jews.
Man, slow that down. Read that one more time.
Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house more than all the Jews.
You will never rise above the condition of your people. Ever. Understand that. I don't care, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you LeBron James, you know what I'm saying? If you Jay-Z, Meek Mill, 50 Cent, you still a nigga.
Right.
You understand? It's a ceiling that you will only hit, that they will allow you to hit. You understand? If you were Odell Beckham Jr., if somebody's able to pay you millions of dollars, how much more money are they making off you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a book, one of my favorite books, it's called $1 Million Slave. You understand? It's still slavery. You still a nigga. You understand?
And if I could, which millionaire just recently found out that he's still a nigga? Anybody want to take a shot at that? Nope. What?
I mean, that's
Yeah, that's not a bad one.
It's a great shot.
Nope.
You getting closer.
You getting close though. You in the field.
He just said Bill Cosby.
And sisters. Who you think was talking about?
Shit. I was gonna shoot a shot at R. Kelly.
Kanye West.
Oh yeah.
See, if y'all don't know the story behind Kanye West, they used him to push a lot of fashion. They gave him a shoe deal. They wouldn't let him design his own shoe though. Know what I'm saying? He tried to come on.
But they've been telling him that. So it started off with him trying to get into the elite fashion world with Prada, you know what I'm saying, Gucci, things of that nature. He felt that he had elite designs, and he just may have, you understand, what the white man did to humble him, right? He has this company called Donda that was named after his mother. It does fashion for whatever, you know what I'm saying? So he groomed all these people. They took his subordinate and put him in a place to let him know you'll never get here unless I allow you to.
All right. He tried to speak out on it. Like, if you watch some of the videos from his concerts, he talk about it without talking about it. Know what I'm saying? Like his shoes are selling off the chart, but that's peanuts to them.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? His fashion, I don't wear it, but people feel he has a brilliant mind in fashion, but it doesn't matter. Like, if you ever seen that, it's a meme on Facebook with all the people who like Gucci and Dolce & Gabbana. What do they all have in common? They're white and they're gay.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? It don't matter. It don't matter how brilliant of a mind you are. You are still a nigga.
Right.
And it's hard to get into that billionaire side. Like when you get somebody like Michael Jordan, who is a quote unquote billionaire. What do you have to do leading up to that? He wouldn't like Esther. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give a damn. You know what he said? Republicans buy Jordans too.
Right.
He was a sellout. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them do it. A lot of them sell out to get their money, but in the end, is it worth it?
Right.
Well, the sister we reading about, like they'll give a nigga keys to the city. You know, I don't know how many goddamn keys we got. Don't Trey got a key to the city?
Right.
So goddamn, Trey got a key. Travis Scott got a key. Might well start giving. Drake got a key. Drake got a day here. What is it? OVO day or something like that. So what? How important is the key then? What does Esther got? Esther got a feast day that is commanded for every Israelite to celebrate every goddamn year for generations to come. That's what we need to be like. Verse 13. I'm gonna read it again. Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house more than all the Jews. Verse 14. For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place. But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed. But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed.
Because one thing that Mordecai understood is that it rains on the just as well as the unjust. You understand? You think that we gonna get slayed and you not? So what's gonna happen is you're gonna become culpable and corrupt, right? Because it's gonna come out that you're an Israelite. Whoever finds that information can fork you to do whatever their will is. Because if it ever came out that you are this, and it's told to the kings, like, well, shoot, you passed the edict, you killed all of them. You know what? I gotta kill my wife. F it. You know what I'm saying? So, how do you think that you're going to rise above the stature of your people? You understand? Keep reading.
And who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this? Mm-hmm. Then Esther bade them return Mordecai this answer. Go gather together all the Jews.
All the what?
All the Jews that are present in Shushan, and fast ye for me.
Because she understood what Christ said that's coming in the future. That certain demons, certain trials and tribulations you go through can only be overcome. These demons that you're facing through fasting and prayer. You understand? So she told her nation, okay, you want me to go before the king? I need everybody to fast. You understand? Because I'm about to break the law for my people. So if the Lord is on our side, shoot, we got to do what we got to do. What the Lord commands of us, to sacrifice. You understand? In obedience. The Lord loves obedience more than sacrifice. Right. Because sacrifice means nothing if you're not obedient. You understand? Keep reading.
And fast ye for me, and neither eat nor drink 3 days, night or day. I also and my maidens will fast likewise. And so will I go in unto the king, which is not according to the law. And if I perish, I perish.
That's sisterhood. You understand? Before that, she said, I'm going to go through a day of atonement for 3 days. You understand? I don't know, you know, for some of the brothers and sisters, I mean, you know, I know we got young men here. I don't know if you ever gone through the day of atonement, but you're not allowed to eat or drink for 24 hours. You understand? It may sound like a light thing, but it's not. You understand? Not like it gets to the point to where like you got dry mouth, boy. You know what I'm saying? Your tongue cloven to the top of your mouth, boy. You just begging for just a drop of water on your tongue. You know what I'm saying? You getting cotton mouth, boy. They did this for 3 days so that the Lord would be with her. And even if the Lord said, she was like, let your will be done. If I perish, I perish. No different from Christ when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane before he died. You understand? He went before the Lord to petition him. And he said, Lord, let this cup pass for me. But he said, if it is your will, let thy will be done. You understand? That's the pedigree that we come from. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a coward. You understand? You got something you got to say out?
Oh my God. And that phrase, don't be a coward, just fits right in, because she's saying at this point, my people are going to die. So why don't I try this? And if I die, I'm just going to die with my people. What's a life worth living if all your family is being killed?
Chapter 5, 6, 7. Yep. Okay, the book of Esther, chapter 5, verse 6. And the king said unto Esther at this banquet of wine, what is thy petition? And it shall be granted thee.
in Salaki. You know what I'm saying? Just to give a preface to this. So she followed Mordecai's, you know what I'm saying, order. You know what I'm saying? She follows rank and order because she's a sister in the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody follows rank and order. You know what I'm saying? If like Christ said to love your wife like Christ loved the church. Christ died for the church. If I'm gonna put my life on the line for you, you need to follow orders just like I follow orders. Period. You know what I'm saying? So she understood that her nation's life was on the line. And Mordecai was like, you need to do this. If we gonna die, we all gonna die. You know, period. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, okay, well, we gonna all fast so that I can do this. So the Lord can give me strength to do this. So they did that. She got strength to do it. Read.
What is thy petition? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? Even to half of the kingdom it shall be performed. Then answered Esther and said, my petition is my request, and my request is, if I have found favor in the sight of the king, and if it please the king to grant my petition and to perform my request, let the king and Haman come to the banquet that I shall prepare for them, and I will do tomorrow as the king had said.
You know, brotherhood is a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Sisterhood righteously is the same. Your power, as Commander Yohanna said yesterday, is in your femininity. Not that you try to raise yourself up to be like a man, you know what I'm saying, to have a man spirit, because we know when you have a man spirit, you got a demon on you. You know what I'm saying? Try to make yourself equal with a man. You know what I'm saying? But she said, let me show you hospitality. You understand? Let me woo you. You understand? So he was like, okay, well, shoot. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, I'm just chilling with the fellas. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, okay, no sweat. Read.
Still at 8.
Keep reading.
And if I have found favor in the sight of the king, and if it please the king, grant my petition and to perform my request, let the king and Haman come to the banquet that I shall prepare them, and I will do tomorrow as the king had said.
So she's like, shoot, I'm gonna put on a party for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just to honor my husband, you know what I'm saying, and his partner. But his partner really the hater, the snitch. You know what I'm saying? And she know this whole time that the person that she inviting is the person that's trying to kill her people. You understand? Keep reading. Just read verse 9.
Verse 9. Then went Haman forth that day joyful and with a glad heart, but when Haman saw Mordecai in the king's gate,
hold on, but when Mordecai saw the real nigga that wouldn't bow down to him,
that he stood not up nor moved for him, he was full of indignation against Mordecai.
You want to know why? Because he saw the same nigga that wouldn't bow his head to him. You know what I'm saying? He was like, damn, I just can't escape this real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because he rolling with his people. That's his people. So he able to move and finesse his way around because of the stature of his people keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You'll never rise above the pedigree of your people. You understand? That goes for people that's on top and the people that's on the very bottom. Don't ever forget where you came from. Don't ever forget what your people went through. When your people's life is on the line, sometimes it's more important than the dime that you're pulling in. You know what I'm saying? Captain Cobb made a valid point, you know what I'm saying, when he spoke on the whole Mayweather T.I. situation. T.I., you calling Mayweather a coon, but you own a strip club that's destroying our sisters. You know what I'm saying? So like, what type of niggas you a coon too? Both of y'all are destroying our people. You know what I'm saying? But due to the scripture says that my people perish for lack of knowledge. Right. You think because you know every word in the dictionary, you know what I'm saying, and you know you read the autobiography of Malcolm X, it make you better than Mayweather. But you own a V Live in Atlanta that's destroying our women. The scripture says, do not cause the women in our land to go to whoredom. You know what I'm saying? So None of that stuff that you talking don't matter unless you keep the law, statutes, commandments, and if you in the truth or not. You know what I'm saying? You got to be in the truth. You got to be 10 toes in. Ain't no days off from this. I represent every brother and sister in this room and every brother and sister in this nation in the truth, in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, because we don't identify ourselves with no other Israelite camp or group.
Right.
You understand? Keep reading. Slocky, go to chapter 7, 3 and 3. You're gonna read 3 through 7.
Right, I want to go to 6.
Go ahead.
I want to go to chapter 6, 6 and 4.
6 and 4.
Yeah, I want to. Okay, we know that he saw Mordecai and he was mad because this nigga ain't bow, right? If y'all remember early on in the story, Mordecai. So Mordecai was the one. Remember, Mordecai was the one that heard the plot that they was trying to kill the king. And when he told Esther told the king they killed the niggas, but Hamar or Haman, whatever you call his name, he the one that got the glory. So we're gonna read what ended up happening to him because of that. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
The book of Esther, chapter 6, verse 4. And the king said, who is in the court? Now Haman was come into the outward court of the king's house to speak unto the king to hang Mordecai on the gallows that he had prepared for him.
All right, so this nigga went and made a device to kill Mordecai because Mordecai didn't want to bow to him. That the level of disrespect in his eyes, he had to do something about it. And because he's a Jew, who would have gave a damn? So he's preparing to hang Mordecai. But there was a twist to this, though. Keep reading.
Right. Verse 5. And the king's servant said unto him, behold, Haman standeth in the court. And the king said, let him come in.
Keep on going.
Verse 6. So Haman came in, and the king said unto him, what shall be done unto the man whom the king delighted to honor?
And this is a question. Keep reading.
Now Haman thought in his heart, to whom would the king delight to do honor more than to myself?
Now Haman was his nigga. So he's like, damn, I'm here. Why are you asking me about some nigga you about to delight? You got some delight for? Because he don't understand what's going on. Keep reading.
Verse 7. And Haman answered the king, for the man whom the king delighted to honor.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8. Let the royal apparel be brought, which the king useth to wear, and the horse that the king rideth upon, and the crown royal which is set upon his head.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9. And let this apparel and horse be delivered to the hand of the one of the king's most noble princes, that they may array the man withal whom the king delighted to honor, and bring him on horseback through the streets of the city,
Mm-hmm.
and proclaim before him, thus shall it be done to the man whom the king delighted to honor.
So this brother, whoever the king is delighted to honor, he finna get that nigga the whole pomp and circumstance. I'm talking about he coming down the K in a Rolls Royce with the foes on it.
Right.
Matter of fact, the foes are so fresh, he got Chinese people making them as he ride. You understand? He coming through, he don't got bang in the trunk. He got a goddamn reefer band in there, Mexicans playing.
Right.
Whatever he about to do for this man is deserved for the most honorable of men. And Haman is like, damn, I thought that was me.
Right.
Keep reading.
Verse 10. Then the king said to Haman, make haste.
Make what?
Make haste.
Carry your ass up. Know what I'm saying? Because this can't wait. This man up that I take delight in and honoring, we need to hurry up and do this. Keep going.
And take the apparel and the horse, as thou hast said,
Uh-huh.
and do even so to Mordecai the Jew.
And do what?
And do even so to Mordecai the Jew.
He was just planning to kill this nigga.
Right.
Think about that. You ready to I'm like, oh, I'm gonna knock it. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Oh, I'm gonna make him do this. And now your whole plans not only to change, you gotta honor this nigga. The scriptures say that when we get them boom kisses, it's for what? To show Israel that he loved us.
Right.
You understand? He will make them worship at our feet, our enemies. Worship at our feet. Keep reading.
Come. And do even so to the Mordecai Jew that sitteth at the king's gate. Let nothing fail of all that thou hast spoken. Verse 11. Then took Haman the apparel and the horse, and arrayed Mordecai.
Now you know he hot. You know this nigga's hot. Like he had plans on killing this nigga. Now he out here showering him with gifts, with royal apparel.
Right.
This nigga coming through. He got the nigga got the sedan donkey. You know what I'm saying? The sedan, the camel with the 3 humps. You know what I'm saying? This man coming through fly because of the king. What? The Camel S5, with the one that don't need the water. It's like an electric car. You know it's the electric car of those days. Don't quote me on that. You know what I'm saying? But it's only because he found out who really found out about the plot. Keep reading.
And brought him on horseback through the city, through the street of the city, and proclaimed before him, thus shall it be done unto the man whom the king delighted to honor.
Keep going.
Verse 12. And Mordecai came again to the king's gate, but Haman hasted to his house mourning.
To what?
To his house mourning.
So he carried his ass home crying in the car or on the donkey. You know what I'm saying? Because he hot. He like, man, I was just about to kill this nigga. Now this nigga's out here getting proclaimed as a real nigga. He got the stretched donkey. You know what I'm saying?
That was the highest honored in the land.
Right. He like, nigga, I'm thinking he thought he was gonna get another reward.
Right.
Ha, my nigga, not this time.
Joke's on you.
Where you at? Read, keep going. Yeah, keep reading.
But Haman hasted to his house mourning, and having his head covered.
What does that mean? Who covers their heads? Women. He feels like a what? A bitch. You understand? He feel like a bitch now because he was just the nigga. He was the man was right here. You understand? And now this nigga who he planned on killing, now he's the man. Now drop. I'll keep reading.
Verse 13. And Haman told Zeresh.
Now this is it right here. Go ahead.
His wife.
His what?
His wife.
And he went home and told her because she the one that convinced him to build the thing to hang Mordecai. Now watch what she tell him.
And all his friends, everything that had befallen him.
So he came home and was like, God damn. Like everybody knew you had plans to hang Mordecai. Now you ain't doing it. I wonder what's happening. Keep reading.
Then said his wise men.
His what?
His wise men. And Zeresh his wife unto him.
Right.
If Mordecai be of the seed of the Jews, before whom thou hast begun to fall.
Begun to what?
Begun to fall.
So now we see that that his reign is coming to an end. Keep reading.
Thou shalt not prevail against him.
Thou shalt what?
Shall not prevail against him.
He won't prevail against him. Why? He just read it. Because he's a what? Because he's a goddamn Jew.
Right.
Keep reading.
But shalt surely fall before him.
Maybe you will fall.
Surely fall before him.
There's a chance that you may fall.
But shalt surely fall before him.
This is a war you can't win. Because he's the seed of a Jew, which at that time was illegal to proclaim yourself to be a Jew.
Right.
This is why, because they understood that we the only one with a God. Scripture say, you only have I known of all the families on the earth. Us. He gave the law to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We are the only ones with a terrible power.
Right.
Keep reading.
Lord is his name.
Verse 14. And while they were yet walking with him, came the king's chamberlain. And while they were yet talking with him, came the king's chamberlains, and hasted to bring Haman unto the banquet that Esther had prepared.
And this is the banquet that we just read about. When he asked her what did she want, she wanted them to come to this banquet. Her, the king, and Haman.
The hater.
The con.
I'm trying to keep PG.
Oh, you want to call him? That's a lot.
So give me chapter 7, start at verse 3.
The book of Esther, chapter 7, verse 3.
Before you start, understand that no man and no woman in this truth, you know what I'm saying, that you are above service.
Right.
You understand? Like, if you're not serving your brother, you're not serving your sister, you're not putting your life on the line for your nation, You just living for the weekend. You just about party and bullshit. You understand? None of that is for edification of your soul. You know what I'm saying? When you broken, you know what I'm saying, rent's due, you understand, you don't got no means, no will, you know what I'm saying, to no way, you understand? The only thing that gives you courage in your loins to gird yourself up is its truth.
I'm right.
You know what I'm saying? The scripture says that the only comfort that you will get is the word of God. You understand? So read what you got.
The book of Esther, chapter 7, verse 3. Then Esther the queen answered and said, if I have found favor in thy sight, O king, and if it please the king, let my life be given me at my petition, and my people at my request. Verse 4. For we are sold, I and my people, to be destroyed, to be slain, and to perish.
So just like a wife to a husband, I'm gonna tell it all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you what the word on the street is. Okay? Like, I'm your wife, but guess what? I'm an Israelite. The people that you got in slavery. And the decree that you didn't pass is not only going to kill me, but to kill my people. Read.
But if we had been sold for bondmen and bondwomen
as slaves,
I had held my tongue,
because she was ordered to reveal her pedigree. Read.
Although the enemy could not countervail the king's damage.
Right.
Verse 5. Then the king Assyrius answered and said unto Esther the queen, who is he, and where is he, that durst presume in my heart to do so? Verse 6. And Esther said, the adversary and enemy.
Hold on. Wait. You got to pause the words like this, right? She said what?
The adversary.
Who's known as the adversary?
Wait a minute.
Let's get spiritual. Who's known as the adversary?
Satan.
Okay, keep reading.
And enemy.
All right. So if the adversary, the false accuser of the brethren, right? You know what I'm saying? Is the white man's devil, he's controlled by Satan. Who is your enemy? Your enemy is those that held you in slavery, that hold you in slavery. Now, who is that? Read.
The adversary and enemy is the wicked Haman. Then Haman was afraid before the king and queen.
You want to know why? Because even though she a woman, she's a real nigga.
Right.
I invited not only my husband, but the person that's trying not only to kill me, but my people. And I'm going to tell him the truth in front of the face of my enemies. And however this play out, I'm going to let it play out. Read.
Verse 7. And the king arising from the banquet of wine in his wrath went
in his what?
In his wrath.
Because he was cool, calm, and collected before. You know, I was chilling with my partners. A woman came in here in the royal apparel looking fine, you understand? And she's like, shit, I'm going to put on a party for you and your man. That's your man's, right? Your partner, your ace boon cool. You know what I'm saying? Then you say you came up in the world with. That's your dog, right? But shoot, I'm going to throw this party. You're like, well, shit, what you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, you throwing me this party, you put this on, what you need? Shoot, I'm keep it real with you. I'm going to tell you about your man. The person you think is your partner. You know what I'm saying? A real sister. You know what I'm saying? That has love for her husband, even though he a heathen. Read.
Okay. And the king arising from the banquet of wine in his wrath went into the palace garden.
Mm-hmm.
And Haman stood up to make request of his life.
Cause he like, hey, I messed up. Like, bro, like, look, hey, dog, I know I disrespected your wife. You know what I'm saying? I know I disrespected her people. Scripture says that the wrath of a just husband is justified. Like, you tried to be Confederate, you know what I'm saying, when you was already Confederate against my first wife, for me to put her away so you wouldn't look like a what's the word you use? A bitch. You know what I'm saying? In front of her. You feel me? So to put her away, so I can give me another one, so you can look like a man, but then she's more righteous. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say a man because assisting her femininity, a righteous sister, an Israelite, is more of a man than any heathen because they're homosexuals. They're cowards. You understand? So understand, a woman in the truth, your power is in your femininity. Your power to serve your husband. You understand? Because like in the power to serve you, it's like, man, my wife, she do this for me. She do that for me. Like if she have any requests of me, shoot, I'm gonna do it. Because she's done everything that I've asked her to do. She's never asked anything of me. This one thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, shoot, you came before me to tell me I'm gonna put on a party for you. And the party sounds so live. I feel so honored. Baby, what you need? Well, slack it, sir. I just want to keep it real with you. And on top of that, you still being down for me, let me know this crooked, I ain't gonna call him a crooked nigga, because he lower than my people. You know what I'm saying? This heathen, this infidel, you know what I'm saying, is really trying to conspire for me to kill my wife that's holding me down. La. Read.
Oh my God. And Haman stood up to make a request for his life to Esther the queen.
He turned to the woman. He can't even talk to the king no more. You know what I'm saying? He can't even be a man to a man and talk man to man. Just please, just tell your husband, just don't kill me. You know, I was tripping. You know, Mordecai, you know, he was out there like a real nigga. He was saying, like, I ain't gonna do what you say. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, cause I'm a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it was just jealousy. You know, like, y'all, that's just the powerful people. And I just couldn't take it. You know what I'm saying? Just talk to your husband for me. Read.
God. For he saw that there was evil determined against him by the king.
Was it evilness or was it righteousness? Because he had evil in discord and plotted and had conspiracy for one man to destroy a whole nation. It included the queen that was loved by a king of a nation. Read.
Verse 8. Then the king returned out of the palace garden into the place of banquet of wine. Mm-hmm. And Haman was fallen upon the bed whereon Esther was.
I'm sorry, like the more and more I hear about this man, he don't sound like a man. Like Salakia, like the moral of the story, you know what I'm saying, that no man is above his nation. No woman is above her nation. You understand? You will never rise to a point to where you're not a nigga. I don't care if you got a Fortune 500 job. You know what I'm saying? You at Walmart, you promoted to assistant manager. You know what I'm saying? Manager of a branch. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care if you own your own business. You know what I'm saying? Scripture says that the hand was given over to the wicked. You understand? We live in a wicked society. You know what I'm saying? They said in these times that they will call what is evil good and what is good evil. It's evil for you to be a righteous sister. It's evil for you to be submissive unto your husband. You know what I'm saying? It's evil for you to be a man for the Lord. And what's crazy when you deal with Christians, we just talking about the Bible, right? That's it. You know what I'm saying? You say you follow Christ. We talking scripture. The scripture says this. So what's the problem? Because I'm being a brother and telling you that you are off in your folly, that you've been given over to a reprobated mind. Wake up.
Good, sir.
Go ahead.
Hey, give me Hebrews 13:17.
You
understand?
That's a real nigga right there.
Esther was a real nigga.
Real talk.
Esther was a real nigga.
Real talk.
Esther could ask for anything she wanted.
You know what I'm saying?
Anything.
She could have got a chariot on them swingers.
Right.
You feel me?
And what she
With torches in the back.
the torches is what supposed to be the pop trunk with the words.
You understand?
And the book of Esther teaches the direct opposite of what Christianity teaches.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we got this one. Look, Hebrews 13:17.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 17. Obey them that have the rule over you.
Obey them that what?
That have the rule over you.
The Lord set an order to the house. Anybody know what that is, sisters? Go ahead.
Yahweh, Christ, men, women, children.
Exactly. You understand? And Esther, this is not to overshadow what she did, but Esther was successful because she followed the orders of her father, or the man that was put in charge of her to be her father. Following orders will save your life. You understand? Following orders, because who can give you an order? Let me see who can get that. Men. Who can give you an order? True. Any man that's over you. So from who over you? Right up over you. Who's over that? Then 1,000, then the 5,000, and so on and so forth. Any man over you that gives you an order, because these rank raises don't come from man. It comes from the work you do for the Lord.
Right.
You understand? So the Lord put that rank above you. That Lord put that man over you. And you need to listen to that man. Because if I say right now, this whole side duck and y'all don't, the Lord told me to say that. You want to be like, man, why the hell we ducking? You be the nigga to get hit. You understand? Nigga ain't finna be out here trying to tell you everything, yeah, because if y'all don't duck, then this is gonna happen, then that is gonna happen, then this is gonna, nigga ain't finna do that. Follow the goddamn order. Right. She understood that I have not been summoned. I haven't. And if I go there, I can get killed. What did Mordecai say? Girl, take your ass up in there and talk to this nigga.
Real talk.
Right. You understand? I know the rule. You know the law, I know the law. Go talk to this nigga. Follow the order. Keep reading.
And submit yourself.
And do what?
And submit yourself.
And shut your ass up.
Real talk.
I don't want to hear what you think. If the Lord put me over you, he put me over you for a reason. Commander Junior Hunter put these brothers over me, he put them over me for a reason. You understand? Follow the order because it'll save your life and your people. Keep reading.
For they watch for your soul.
They watch what?
For your soul.
These men put above you to watch your goddamn lives. Brothers and sisters. For nigga coming in, so Salakia, I ain't mean to say that, but if Officer y'all start running here and say all the women go to the restroom, all of y'all better go to the goddamn restroom, mine included. Go to the restroom because it's something this man know that we don't know. He ain't got time, or he don't have to tell you why. Just follow the order, and when you come out, if he feel like telling you what it was about, then Most High in Christ. If not, Most High in Christ. Go ahead, sir.
And if he don't decide to tell you, you have to understand that is okay. Don't be a quarrelsome female to try and fill your mouth with arguments to try and subdue your husband.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like, he don't have, if the scripture says to love your wife like Christ loved the church.
Right.
If I'm gonna put my life on the line for you, like, Salakia, I gotta follow Officer Yathazak's orders. I gotta follow Captain Kahan's orders. I gotta follow any captain, general, or officer that's over me. If I gotta follow orders as a man and humble myself, you better make goddamn sure right you're gonna do it in my house.
And this is why though. All this is scriptural. Read this next part. Why?
As they must give.
Read that again.
As they that must give account.
Who got to give the account? The person that's in charge.
Right.
If y'all to come in here and say all y'all need to get to the back and nobody and everybody that stays in gets hurt, who accountable for that? Officer Yatazak's accountable for that. Not you. Not you and not me. You understand? That's why following orders are so important. because he may have information that you don't have.
Right.
And we don't have time to explain that you need to duck. Nigga, just duck. And if nothing happens, be thankful that nothing happens. Know what I'm saying? And don't, keep reading. Let the rest of the part explain.
That they may do it with joy.
Do it with what?
With joy.
Do it with joy. Have joy that somebody care enough to tell your ass what to do. You just not out here doing what. Think about it. You've been yourself for 30 years. You've had a name for 6 months. So your flesh is 30 years old. Your spirit is 6 months. So whatever your normal action is, it's not going to be righteous. It's not going to be in the spirit. So you need to follow these orders with joy. That somebody is even, especially the men. The fact that a man gives you a task to do, you should feel honored for that. Because he feels like you can do it. Know what I'm saying? For nigga, when I get my orders, I don't be like, oh God, like today, Salaki, if I make Officer Gabawar, can I bring up what you ordered me to do today? I went for this ain't my day to teach. I teach Mondays. I got Salaki. We. Oh, you speak French now. You understand? So we gotta follow these orders just like everybody gotta do, and you gotta do it. Like I didn't be like, damn, I gotta teach today. No sweat. Come on, come. What I need to do? No sweat. Let me get it together now. Know what I'm saying? And here we are. These ain't all day, but because we follow orders. Know what I'm saying? From the top. All these orders don't just come from us. If I tell anybody in here something to do, best believe somebody told me to do it.
Goddamn right.
Ain't none of this is of myself. I'm not gonna give you no order that's just gonna benefit me. Every order you get, you have to believe it comes from the Lord. Damn whether it comes or not. And if you have a problem with the order, follow it first, then go say something about it. Keep reading.
That they may do it with joy and not with grief.
And not with what?
And not with grief.
How would you feel? Because Christ was giving an order to die for us. You understand that? He was giving an order. He went across like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, why me? Then while he on the cross, niggas still don't believe. If I could, sir. The nigga on his side is like, you the Christ? Nigga, you up here with us. You know what I'm saying? He could have been like, you know what? To hell with this. If Christ was white, he'd have done that.
Right.
Christ would have been like, boop, boop. Let's go. Beam me up, Scotty.
Right.
But he took his orders with joy. He went through that with joy. Once he found out that he was a nigga, he said, if it ain't so, let this cup pass from me. And the Lord said what? He didn't say a damn thing. So he knew that this cup is for you. And Christ sipped from that cup.
And then even on top of that, like he was on the cross, he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
I ain't lie to you.
Like he knew that he was prejudice brought against him. You know what I'm saying? He was falsely accused, beaten. He's hanging on the cross, beaten, battered, bleeding to death. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, he's asking the Lord to forgive his people because the scripture says that my people perish for lack of knowledge.
Right.
Because they ignorant. They don't know. But it's all right. We're going to shake back and we're going to get it right. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says that the Lord is going to destroy this nation in an hour.
1 hour.
Right. 1 hour.
And
day or night.
If I could, sir, I got two last scriptures
you got it.
Somebody give me Esther 8 and 3, and I need 1 Peter 3 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the Esther one first.
3 and 1.
8 and 3.
The book of Esther, chapter 8, verse 3. And Esther spake yet again before the king, and fell down at his feet.
And did what?
And fell down at his feet.
Let me tell you something. This woman was beautiful. Esther was beautiful. And he is looking at this beautiful woman falling down at his feet. Keep reading.
Oh God. And besought him with tears to put away the mischief of Haman.
Wait. She saw them with what?
And besought him with tears.
With tears. At no point in this story did she ever go to the king and was like, "What's up, my nigga? Let me tell you something. You was gonna let my niggas go. You understand? Because we don't play that.
Right.
And I got people will get up in here and get it popping. No, she didn't say that. That's not how Esther won him over. She did what now?
Come. And besought him with tears to put away the mischief of Haman,
right,
the Agagite, and his device that he had devised against the Jews.
So she fell before his feet with tears and begged him and pleaded with him and convinced him that the device that Haman designed to kill the Jews, that it be destroyed. Now give me that other scripture that I asked for. 1 Peter 3:1.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, if any obey not the word,
the scripture is telling you that whether your man is in the truth or not, because this king went in there, he wasn't even an Israelite. This was her husband. This was her king. If he believed not, what did it say?
Okay. If any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives.
If he is not in the truth, even though he's not in the truth, he can be won by the what of the wives?
Conversation.
By the conversation of the wives. The reason why Esther was able to save her people is because she embraced femininity.
Right.
That's why. She didn't approach this nigga like we here. And she a Jew. The scripture said Jews are better than all people. She understood that. But because she cared about her people and she knew how to follow orders, she put her trust in a man and she used her femininity to save her goddamn people. You need to use your femininity like Esther did to save your people, to save your marriage, to save your family, to save this school. Use your femininity. Be a daughter of Zion, not Cardi B or whoever the hell else out here, Nicki Minaj and them. Because they conversations ain't winning men. You know what they doing? They clapping cheeks. You understand? Like I'm watching a Grammy, she out here twerking. Like I thought that was over.
Right.
They are using sex to sell success to these women. You understand? They're using success for that, or sex for that. What did Esther use? Her femininity. Beautiful woman at the feet of this man with tears in her eyes. Usually I'm stone cold on a bitch. And he's seen me do it.
I didn't see him do it.
He didn't see me do it. Right. You fall before your man's feet with tears in your eyes. I'm putting it like this. I don't know too many niggas who can avoid that. Who could come back from that.
Right.
You have the power. The scriptures say that there is no greater power than a woman. Only a woman can come in and not. Right. So like, I mean, what does it say then? I must be paraphrasing it wrong.
All right. So this is in the book of Tobit, if I'm not mistaken. Right. So it was the story of a king saying, "Okay, all right, so what's the greatest thing upon the face of earth?" Right. So they had multiple things, right? You know what I'm saying? But like the thing that no one could argue about was a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because a woman can go before the king, take the crown off of his head, put it on hers, and strike him, and the king would do nothing because that's his woman. You know what I'm saying? Like a woman can throw a slug at a king, like, you know what I'm saying, shooting it doesn't, king can still do nothing. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing that turns that power on its head is the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That keeps everything in order, like the sister so eloquently brought out. You know what I'm saying? When Malakwa asked, what is the hierarchy of the household? You know what I'm saying? It's the Most High Christ, the man, the woman, and the child. You know what I'm saying? So it's a time and a place for everything. So while, it's time, we're jovial, you know what I'm saying? We're playing, we're joking, but it's also a time to stay in your lane, stay in your place for me to know my role and for you to know yours. You know understand?
And with that woman, the thing she did, like if I could, I'm gonna see if who all been paying attention to the narrative of the story. What person in history, in recent history, had a chance to be our Esther? Nathaniel Rock. Michelle Obama.
Get that brother.
Get that man hand. Michelle Obama. Michelle is a goddamn Jew. Barack Obama is a Hamite. And she could have used her femininity to get the issues that plague the black community solved. She didn't do that. She didn't do it at all. She was more focused on her husband's agenda.
Right.
You understand? Esther cared about her people. That's a great woman. That was a great sister. Like that's a sister that any sister in this truth should aspire to be. And you know, like I said, I know usually it's a patriarch. So it's all about the great men in the Bible. But for this day, the day of Purim, this was put into law that everybody celebrates this every year. We honor this woman. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait till next year. But we're gonna pass the class over to Trooper Uriah for the security announcement.
We are I.S.U.P.K, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Mayashra means tenth in Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, which is a prefit, a free will offering for priests, is non-mandatory whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation will be the Passover, which is April 20th at sundown. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boot, shirt, headbands, and scarf. These are the security announcements. The Passover scriptures will be Exodus 12, 17 through 20. Exodus 12, 1 through 51. Leviticus chapter 23, 4 through 5. 1 Corinthians 5 and 7. And 2 Corinthians 3 and 17.
And with that, Amaji, which means to stand. Sar, which means to turn and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer, first in Hebrew, then in English. Abanaw, Shabbat Shemayim, Wadash, Ayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Allah, Taba'ah, Batazayka, Ayah, Asha, Baratazah, Ayah, Bashemayim, Eternal, Lakam, Kal, Yuam, Wasalakinawa, Wala'ah, Tabayin Nawad, Banasayin Nawad, Abal, Awashayinawa, Mayan, Rad, Kaya, Lakab, Amalakwa, Wa'allah, Wahatapara, I will love you.
Amen. In English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power and the glory. Forever so be.
With that, Sar, turn the face to front. Carry salute for the brothers. Individual. Body Shabbat. Maji. Rock. Yazamatah. Sar.
Turn and face the sisters. Individual. Body Shabbat. Majid. Rock. Yahweh Shema B'Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shema B'Hashem Yahushua.
Yazim Atar. Dismiss.